Hey guys, what's up? Hobo here, doing something a little different today. A top 10 list. This is something I mean to do before I even started on YouTube, now I'm finally getting to it. So what's the subject for today? Beat 'em ups. Before we get started though, there's something I wanted to address. There is some confusion between what a beat 'em up game is and a fighting game is, so let's clear that up now. With fighting games, you have battles between opponents and that's it. You can have 1-on-1, 3-on-3, etc., but typically this is what it has. Whereas beat 'em ups have levels to progress through along with fighting. You know, I'm not really a fighting game whiz, but I do enjoy fighting games, and I have racked up a few favorites. Maybe that could be a good topic for the next top 10. We'll see. So, here's a couple rules. First off, the one game per franchise for variety's sake, and two, the game must be a beat 'em up, not an action platformer or action RPG. They can include elements of platforming and RPGs for variety's sake, but must primarily be a beat 'em up. Also, a quick disclaimer. I'm not saying these games are the universal best, these are just ones that I like. So without further ado, let's get started with God of War. Wow, look at this moron. Putting God of War at the bottom of the list when it should be on top. What the heck is he thinking? Okay, so you might be wondering why I did put that at the bottom. Well, there's a reason for that. The reason I put God of War at the bottom of the list is because I'm going to be comparing a lot of these games to God of War, so I figured I may as well just establish a baseline. The God of War games are so universally good, you could basically consider them the quintessential 3D beat-em-ups. Seriously guys, this whole series is awesome, but I stuck with the first one just because I said, you know, one game per franchise. So, if you're thinking about getting into the series, let me give you some tips. First off, go by order of release instead of chronological order, and second, smash everything. You are going to need as much experience points as you can get in these games to level up your weapons. Trust me, you are going to need them. So smash items, kill enemies, get big combos, whatever it takes, level everything up because you will want to beef up Kratos for the final battle. Aside from having epic story, which I won't go into because A, I want to cover these later on my channel, and B, I have a night of the games to talk about, this game has a great sense of humor. Take for example here. No, your eyes are not deceiving you, that is Kratos in a cow costume with milk jugs on his back instead of the Blades of Chaos. I cannot tell you how hard I laughed the first time I saw this. Now to get this, you have to jump through a lot of rings, it can be a real pain in the butt, but it's worth it, let me tell you, because oh my god, this is hilarious. I think I've said all I can say for God of War for right now, but I do plan to cover these on my channel eventually. For now, let's move on to the next game. Ye nish fin ye ni skidoo skidoo ye von it be dot bork bork bork. I am so sorry. Hulk, based on the 2003 movie. This game takes place after that movie and tells a different story. It's actually pretty cool and stays loyal to the comics. It's a ton of fun smashing everything up as the Hulk. You can do these insane combos and just destroy everything. Seriously, if you can see it, you can smash it. Throw enemies, destroy tanks, whatever you want to do, it's freaking awesome. For as much fun as fighting soldiers, mutant dogs, and just flat out villains from the comics, as that great as that is, this game loses points. Why, you ask? Because of these gosh darn Bruce Banner levels, that's why. Oh my god, these levels are like pulling teeth. They're stealth levels where you can get your butt kicked if you get seen. The stakes are too high for Bruce to turn to the Hulk. However, you can get ganged up on and murdered within seconds, so it's pretty much impossible not to turn to Hulk unless you flat out cheat or you're just lucky. Luckily, the levels are not that many. You're mostly playing as Hulk, but the levels that are there do drag the game down, so there's that. And again, I want to say more, but I would like to cover this game fully on my channel. For now, let's move on. Deadpool. Oh lordy lord, where to start with this one? Deadpool fans, stop watching this, go buy this game now. This game is amazing. Fun combat, hilarious story, just overall Deadpoolery. It's honestly, guys, one of the greatest beat-em-ups on the Xbox 360. You got different kinds of weapons, different powers you can use, and again, a hilarious story. That was just such a great point, I had to say it twice. Not to mention, you can upgrade your weapons, and Well, what else did I really say about this game? Just go buy it. It's just one of the games you need to own if you like beat-em-ups and Deadpool. Deadpool is one of those games where the less said about it, the better for people who haven't seen it. Guys, just go get this game and play it if you like it. So, with that said, let's move on to the next game. Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunters. I can feel some of you hovering over that unsubscribe button right now, so let me put that last nail in the coffin. You guys know that I have a thing for bad games, right? Well, I also have a thing for bad movies. I love the Green Lantern movie. Now, this game takes place after the movie and it tells a different story, and remember how I said I'd be comparing games to God of War? Yeah, this is very God of War-esque. You can use your experience points to buy new constructs to upgrade the ones you already have. You have one like a jet, a missile blaster, or my favorite, the ring blaster, or as I call it, the pew pew blaster. Pew 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 pew. The game also has these flying rail shooter levels where you fly through space and shoot everything and turn into a jet when your ring surge gets full. Okay, getting back on track, you have the heavy attack, the strong attack you can dodge, all that jazz, God of War, blah blah blah. Pretty good game overall. So yeah, that's all I can really say about Green Lantern for now. Yeah, go get it if you like Green Lantern and unsubscribe if you want. I don't really care at this point. Ghost Rider. Stop me if you've heard this before. Light and heavy attack, dodging, special moves to upgrade, which by the way you should upgrade if you want to have any chance of beating the game. Yep, this is another God of War beat 'em up. But you know what? I don't care. I'm easy to please and I love this game. I do love me this simple beat 'em up every now and again. Doesn't have to be super complex or deep, it's just, you know, it's cool. Like the other superhero movies so far, this one takes place after the movie and tells a different story, where Ghost Rider has to stop Hell from taking over the topside. This game also has bosses to take on, and when you defeat an enemy, or a boss, you can do a cool finisher on them to get you more souls. It's honestly pretty cool. You'll also be riding the Hell Cycle and fighting bosses on that too. These are high speed sections you have to make to the end as fast as you can while fighting enemies, jumping over things, ducking under things. You know, it's actually pretty cool. Well, that's it for Ghost Rider. This game's pretty cheap if you can find it, so go ahead and grab it. It's pretty good. Batman Rise of Sinzu. This is a beat 'em up that's a sequel to Batman Vengeance, and it's actually pretty cool. You take to the street to either Batman, Robin, Batgirl, or Nightwing, each of them having different attributes to take on the new villain Sinzu. You will be fighting a ton, and I do mean a ton, of criminals and ne'er-do-wells on your quest to stop Sinzu. Along the way, you'll defuse bombs and rescue civilians. All of this under a very strict time limit, so you better move fast. Easily, the strong point of this game is the aesthetics. The smoke on the ground looks awesome, the visuals look like the cartoon, and the music, oh my goodness, the music is awesome. It really pumps you up to go out and beat up some hooligans. Overall, awesome. Alright, there's Batman Rise of Sinzu. Is it pretty good? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. Not the greatest Batman game ever, those would be the Arkham games, and if you're wondering why I didn't use Arkham games, it's because those would have taken the top spot. I want to put the focus on some lesser known games. So anyway, let's move on. Conan. Once again, Conan is a hack and slash brawler where you play as the titular barbarian to hack through everything and, you know, beat the bad guy as Conan does. Conan has 4 different weapon styles he can use, and you can switch between them when he finds the weapons. Single short sword, dual wielding short sword, sword and shield combo, or massive broadsword. You have to find the right weapon and the right combo to deal with certain enemies. This game is like a dollar store steak. It's tough because it's cheap. For the sake of this recording, I had to play in easy mode because this game does those stupid little things to kill you quickly and make the game seem harder than it really is. Enemies that can block whole combos then sucker punch you and kill you, health icons that just float around before actually going to you. Yeah, that kind of thing. It's annoying at times, but you know what? It's not awful. Another good way to describe Conan is like one of those B action movies you keep around. It's not the most fulfilling thing you'll do all day, but if you just want some mindless fun, go ahead and pop it in. can have some fun with it, just be ready to see that game over screen a lot, because yeah, like I said, this game is cheap and you will die a lot because the game doesn't feel like letting you live. You can probably find it pretty cheap, so if I haven't scared you away, go ahead and grab it. I only paid $7 for my copy. Then again, that was just the generic GameStop case and a manual, but I digress. Conan is what it is. Not awful, but not great. Kung Fu Panda. Based on the movie by the same name, you play as Po and you complete his Kung Fu journey to defeat Tai Lung and become the Dragon Warrior. The story pays good tribute to the movie, with some added stuff here and there because, you know, video games. Controls are tight and responsive, the platforming is fun, and the graphics, oh my goodness, the graphics look gorgeous. Alongside that, you can play as other characters, find secret stuff. Really guys, this is actually a very good game, and it's a movie game too. That kind of blew my mind. One cool thing about the game is that you see Po's progression as a Kung Fu warrior. At the start, he merely just slaps his enemies, but gradually he actually builds his arsenal up over time. It's actually pretty cool to see. You've also got weapons you can use. The staffs will break after a while, but they really do help out. And then, of course, we can't forget to talk about the upgrades. You need to grab as many coins as you can because you actually can and should upgrade Po's moves as well as buy other outfits and such. And really, you will want to beef up Po for the final battle, so definitely upgrade him, otherwise the final boss will kick your butt. Kung Fu Panda is solid proof that not all movie games suck, so pick it up if you find it cheap. It's honestly really, really good. Not at the top of this list you can see, but dang near it. Dantes Inferno. Dantes Inferno is what happens when you put God of War in a blender with classic Italian literature, and the product is awesome. You play as Dantes, you fight through the 9 circles of hell to save Beatrice, aka your girlfriend. One key similarity between Kratos and Dante is that both are certifiable badasses. At the very beginning of the game, you murder the Grim Reaper and steal his scythe. Someone tries to murder you, he comes to get you, and you're like, nope, and you kill him. It's awesome. Alongside your scythe, you've also got a cross. Both can be upgraded, and let me tell you, you need to upgrade both as best as you can. And don't worry, upgrading the scythe won't give you the bad ending like I originally thought. You need to upgrade both because you will have a hard time if both aren't upgraded really well towards the end of the game. The graphics in this game are awesome. They really push the PS3's hardware and they look beautiful. It's just overall a great game to look at and a great game to play. While not quite as good as God of War, as that had more staying power, it's still an excellent game and any hack-and-slash fans should add to their collection. Warn you, just like God of War, there's some sexual stuff, so be ready for that. So, if you happen to find Dantes Inferno cheap like I did, get it. Seriously, I only paid $1 for my copy and I seriously underpaid. This game is amazing, guys. Just seriously, pick it up. X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition. When I started this list, I had to rearrange a lot of things, add games, taking games out. However, I always knew Wolverine was going to be at the top of the list, and I was right. This game is just freaking amazing because it's just the quintessential Wolverine game. This is the best one out there, guys. It's freaking awesome. God of War style gameplay done very, very well. A great story, great graphics. Ultimately, guys, this is just the best Wolverine game and the best beat 'em up on this list. So, this game plays off the story of the movie pretty well, of course adding things in there because, again, video games, and this really pays a lot of respect to the comics too. You gradually learn new moves you can upgrade, find mutagens to enhance your skills, and ultimately just beat the crap out of a bunch of things, mutants, robots, machine gunners, etc. Ultimately, this is just the greatest game on this list, like I've said. So, if you only play one game on this list, make sure it's X-Men Origins Wolverine Uncaged Edition. This game is just that darn good. So there you go, my top 10 beat 'em ups, and wow, that was a lot of fun. Sure took a long time though. So, thank you for looking through those with me. I hope you had a good time like I did. What are your top 10 favorite beat 'em ups? Let me know in the comments. What other kind of top 10 should I make? Let me know that too. So thank you guys for watching, I love you all. See you next time. I'm a little gamed out right now, you know, this took a long time. I spent a whole day just gathering footage. But in April, you'll see me again. Hobo, out!